Hi everybody, welcome to another tag video. It was posted quite a while back, but it was something I really wanted to do as an exercise of if I could only keep 10 of my palettes, what would I choose? So this was created by Annette's Makeup Corner. I will have her channel linked down below, and the person that inspired me to do it, who I watched first, was Kat from she has her own channel, but she's also from Beauty News. So there's a few that are going to take a while to discuss, so I'm just going to get into it. These are my 10 palettes. Can you guess? Some of them are pretty obvious by the packaging. Whew, so I'm going to go through it. Let's just go from the top. The first one, Persona Identity Palette, Volume 1. Love this. It is the perfect neutral palette. Actually, a lot of these are neutrals. I'm boring. I realized when I was picking this out, but I've only used this one a few times, but the formula is amazing. It's so soft. I love it. So definitely this one. The next one, let me take it out of the box. It's the Urban Decay Honey Palette. And I love the tones of brown in here. So let me get the mirror out of the way. I'm not a big fan of the brush, but there is that one. There's some really awesome ones like golden, and then these browns, Keeper and Hive. So Keeper and Hive, like this. I just don't have a lot of palettes with that color in it, so I had to pick this one. And still on the neutral train, but not just browns. This is the I Heart Revolution Tasty palette, or the coffee palette. I call it the coffee palette. But look at these colors. If I can open it. They're just, I love these mauvey pinks. But the only downside to this is you have to use a tacky base for these shimmers to really pop. They swatch pretty good, but they're a lot subtler on the eye if you don't have a tacky base. But I'm okay with that. I use the NYX glitter glue with everything, so that just makes this awesome with it. Now I'm going to skip these three that I have right here, and I'm going to go through these bigger palettes. Now that was one thing that I noticed, that I wanted to pick more palettes that were this size, but I ended up putting those back because I'd rather have variety. So if I were to only keep 10, I have a habit of keeping everything in their boxes. I don't know, unless I'm actively using it, I don't know why. I like to just keep things in their boxes. It keeps them in better condition. So I have 3 of the Colourpop Mega palettes. And the reason I chose these is because I have Stone Cold Fox, so literally cool tones, and more of those mauve roses like the coffee one. So you have all the cool tones you need here. You have all the warmish neutral here. I don't know if you can hear Bear. He's making noises in his sleep. Oh, I love it. And then this one's more just neutrals and a couple of out there colors, you know, a couple of pops of peach. You got a blue and a dark teal. It's just, it covers all your bases, and there's enough pops of color within everything that I think I would be satisfied, because as much as I think I'm that type of person that needs the rainbow palettes and, you know, the mattes and the shimmers of those colors, I don't use them because I have them in my collection, and I wasn't even that tempted to put those in here. Now another big palette is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Volume 1. Again, neutrals, but I love these pops of color here. I love these dark tones and more of those mustardy browns. I just, and then I've learned that I do like browns that have red tones in it. Like this is JC And then this one is Hunts. Like, I didn't know for a long time that I actually like those types of colors on me. And here's a crayon apple, so a shimmer. I'm not very good at swatching impromptu like this. So, and there's so many colors. So even if I were to only keep these 10 palettes, I would have quite a long time to get through them. Now the next ones, I have 3 magnetic palettes, but I'm gonna go through this one last. So these are the Makeup Geek Matrix System, I think is what they call them. So we have all the neutrals and all of their colors. And see, these tones would satisfy me. Let's lift the lid because of the glare. That's beautiful. Like, I love all of those greens. The teals like this I like as liner, and these purples here are my go-tos. We got some mustards, some peachy pink mauve colors. I'm set. I would use all of these. And then they have the neutral version. And again, these purpley mauves. Oh, love it. So these were pretty easy, no-brainers. But to go with these, now this is the one that's going to take a while to explain, is these are all mattes, right? So I have all matte palettes, and I wanted to make my own all matte or all shimmer palette. So this is what I came up with. I chose specifically colors or shadows that you can buy as singles instead of, because I have a lot of things that are depotted, but that wouldn't work in this type of scenario, you know? So everything here is Makeup Geek, except for this one is Lethal Cosmetics. Lethal Cosmetics, these are mattes. I couldn't say no to these. Periwinkle and lavender colors. Let me show you the actual names. So the purple one is Sequence. And then the blue one, if I can grab it, is Altitude from Lethal Cosmetics. Oh my gosh, they're really close, but they're I don't have anything like these in my palettes. They're how do you explain it? They're just really pretty. They're very soft, light colors. Now most of the singles, the round pans here, most of these are, let me see, we have Looksy Beauty, and yeah, I think most of these, I have a couple coastal scents in here, like this one, Sage Sensation, if I can say it right. I do have my only, oh, this isn't it. This is another, let's see. Look at that. They're just different tones of green and purple is what I gravitate to. Yeah, I think these are all my Looksy shadows. This one's more of a topper. I will have all of these listed down below. Let's see if I can get a better swatch right here. This one's more of a topper, but with the right priming base, very, very pretty. Yeah, I think I happened to pick all of my Looksy shadows. This is in the shade Monarch. It's right here. And all the square ones besides this Lethal one, these are all Makeup Geek. I could have bought all the ones that they owned, but I specifically picked the ones that I would use the most. So these would have me set all on their own, I think, for quite a while. You can mix and match however you want, but I couldn't say no to these 3 Makeup Geek Colourpop. Like these, there's 25 in each palette. So that's 75 shadows right here. So yeah, I really like the choices that I ended up with instead of some of the other Anastasia palettes that I would have picked that were the same size as this. And these are my choices. So super fast tag. I just really wanted to do this as an exercise since I have so many palettes. I have so many palettes. I can see them up here. And this is kind of eye-opening. I don't think it'll help me be motivated to declutter, but one can hope, right? If you've done this tag recently, let me know down below. I would love to watch. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!